Hello, everybody. Welcome to the big show. My name is Mickey, and this is Mickey in the Middle, the quintessential show for middle Americans where all middle Americans are welcome. It doesn't matter what your demographic is, doesn't matter where you're from, just matters that you consider yourself a middle American like the rest of us. And as long as you want to be not crazy for one political party or the other, as long as you want to be middle of the road, make changes that are necessary in our country, that are necessary, that we can all agree on as we move forward into this world. It doesn't matter where you've been, doesn't matter where you go, it just matters that you're here right now. So welcome to the big show. Before we get going, let's go to the Mickey in the Middle comment Olympics. Hey, congratulations, Darla. Oh my gosh, you're back up on top. That is so awesome. Congratulations, Darla, with the gold medal right there. That is awesome. Mark Calcaterra representing the men in the room, and Mark's got a nice silver medal tonight. So Mark, make sure you write that down. And then Carolyn Gregg's Ledger, she's a perennial top three. I'm telling you what, man, if you bring your game and you beat Carolyn, who won the bronze medal tonight, you are bringing it, because I'm going to tell you what, she is a perennial top three favorite. And then there's Susie. So I call her silver medal Susie because it always seems like she is just right there at top, the gold, silver. So hi, Susie. How you doing? I'm glad that you're doing. Thank you very much for everybody for being here. So originally when I started the show a long time ago, I used to do this all the time. And I used to check our finances and our population. So the current world population is 7 billion. That's right. That's with a B. 7,946,177,440. And we're getting 2 or 3 people on the planet every second. Now, a few years ago, this number used to rocket, man. We used to get hundreds of people per second. And the entire world population is slowing down. So that's really good. In the United States of America, we are at 334,639,897 of us. And we'll watch that number change one time. There you go, 898. So it changes about every 5 seconds the way that it goes. And then the world debt clock. Man, the world owes an absolute ton of money to everybody. We are all owing each other. So right now, the United States debt is $30 trillion. You remember this when I was talking about the population of the United States of America, 334 million people. Well, we owe 30 trillion. Oh, almost 30 and a half trillion. So yeah, good for us. I was just saying, is that absolutely insanity or what? Not enough of us to pay all that debt back. And then the politicians are like, oh, wow, I don't understand where this inflation from. I don't understand why we're having supply problems. I don't understand. Because you morons shut down the world. Does everybody understand what happened with COVID? I would like to explain that one time to the entire world that's watching. Mickey in the Middle. Yo, you dumb asses, you. When COVID came, you got scared and you went, we're going to shut everything down. You said it was going to be for 2 weeks in the United States, and other countries are still doing it. China is still locking down millions and millions of their people. And that means that all those millions and millions of people can't go to work. Well, guess what? The simple concept of this is the world population is 7,946,177,780 people. We have to eat. We have to eat. We have to eat. The ships need to keep moving. The crops need to keep growing. The stores need to keep selling. The people need to keep buying because the people are hungry, and the people need clothing, and the people need gasoline, and the people need all of this other stuff. So they go, oh, it's for everybody's good that we shut it down. Do you know when you wreck an economy, what happens? People can't find baby food. And when you can't find baby food, babies start starving because it's not the rich babies that are going to go without. They're going to go direct to the factory. They're going to go out in the country. They're going to send their people far and wide to go collect baby food for the babies. But the people that have babies in the inner cities that are in the urban developed or areas in the economically depressed, people that are in disenfranchised countries, people that are in less of an economy, they don't have the money to pay for the expense of the baby formula. That means the baby's going to start dying. Not everybody can breastfeed. I'm just saying, we can't all expect every baby to live like we have an entire ecosystem in the baby raising business. And I would like to point out that the inflation that we have right now pissed me off because I thought it was getting a little bit better. I did. I thought it was getting a little bit better. Then I looked at my stock portfolio. Yes, I have a stock portfolio. I didn't have a stock portfolio while I was being raised up. I didn't have a stock portfolio until after I got out of the United States military, after I retired. I got some extra money. I started putting it in there into some funds. Those funds are getting crushed. I'm down more than 10% this year. The NASDAQ is down 25% this year. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 15%. You want to know why I didn't get as crushed as bad as everybody else? Because about 5 months ago, I went, wow, shit's getting bad. I need to go and move some stuff in some funds, and I need to see if I can save myself. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't pull all my money out because you're not supposed to pull all your money out. That's what they tell you, right? All the money managers are like, oh, no, the average return on the stock market is X, Y, and Z over the last 100 years. Well, guess what? Guess what's happening right now? It's like a rock being dropped off of a cliff. I don't have anything to drop in here. It's like a rock being dropped off of a cliff. It's going down. Why would anybody keep their money in there, even if it's going to come back? So I'm pulling back to a 0-0. I know that inflation is going to get me. I think that I figured something out for my own personal finances. I suggest that if you got any money, that you put a couple of dollars in your pocket, take a couple, put it in a mason jar, put it up in the cabinet. I'm not a financial advisor, but I used to play one on TV. You take that, and at least that money's not going to get slaughtered by the banks. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely a mess. So money becomes worth. Don Schwingheimer says money is becoming worthless. That is true. So hey, Don, how you doing? Hey, Steve Hayes, how things down in Florida? Good to see you, Don. Steve, Don. I believe you guys know each other. Mark Calcaterra, you know those guys too. Mark says the inflation is all right, here we go. Mark says the inflation is all the MAGA Republicans' fault. At least that's the message being sent out by Biden as all his administration. Just saying. Here's the thing is, it's all of our politicians' faults. If they're still in Congress, it's their fault. If they're in the Senate, if they're in the House of Representatives, if they're the president, we spent a lot of money. Trump spent money. Obama spent money. Bush spent money. Clinton spent money. All those son of a bitches and bitches ladies, they all spent money. And it's all of their fault because they believe that they have an unlimited printing press. Well, apparently you don't, especially when you make dumbass decisions to extend lockdowns and start giving everybody money. Here's what the problem is with that. Everybody has money, but nobody's producing things. Because nobody's producing things, that means that supply lines get jacked up, and that means that nothing's being produced. That means those jobs go away. So as jobs go away, and as those companies try to come back, the workers have found other shit to do. This isn't hard. There wasn't a great walk away. There was a great, hey, there's no jobs here because they shut down the economy. So all of those people that were in those jobs that got shut down, and when more than 50% of businesses in some places are not coming back, all of a sudden you have to go, hey, man, what do you do for a living? Well, I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore because I had to find a new gig. Why? Why did you have to find a new gig? Well, to tell you the truth, I like to eat. I like to eat. I like to have a roof over my head. I like to have a little bit of electricity. I like to have a little bit of money in my pocket. So that's why I had to go find another job because that one went away. So as people went and found new jobs and those industries started back up, there were no people to go back to them. That's why you can't find somebody for a restaurant because all of the restaurant workers went to go work somewhere else. All of the small businesses that had to close because the Walmarts and the Targets and the big grocery store chains had to stay open. They stayed open while they closed small businesses. All the people in small businesses then had to go close their doors. Now all those people still have to go find new things to do. That's the devastating effect of stupid ass policies by politicians who have no idea what the hell they're doing. Oh my God, it just frustrates me. I paid $4.20 for gas. So it went up to $4, then it went down to $4.90, then it went to it was $4, then it went to $3.90, then $3.80. And I was like, hey, $3.79, I like this. But then I stayed home for a couple of weeks. Then I just went to go get gas for my lawnmower yesterday. Oh, that was a tragedy. But it was $4.20 a gallon for gasoline in Cabot, Arkansas. That means that gas prices are still skyrocketing, that there's no FML on the store shelves. Why? Because they destroyed all these businesses by going, oh, we're going to lock down. What could go wrong with that? God, stupid people. Unbelievable, stupid people. And then I'm going to hide that one right there. So, Soylent Green is people. I don't know what that means, Darla. Sorry. All right. Operation 355, vote them out. Mark, we have to definitely vote them all out. Matter of fact, let me show you something real quick. I'm going to put this up here in the corner. Operation535.com, vote them all out. That is correct. We just changed the upper. There it is right there. Operation535.com. We're going full bore with this. Let's go, man. We're going to vote them all out. So here's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I wanted to start off with the economics, and the simple fact of the matter is that the stock market, don't listen to those people. Yeah, it's gone up, right? But they're like, oh, keep your money in the market, keep your money in the market, keep your money in the market. Those people don't give one shit about you. Not one poop will be given about you in the major stockbrokers, the Bear Stearns and the Bank of Americas and the BlackRocks. They do not care about you. I'm telling you that right now. Don't listen to them, right? Go find somebody you can trust that you can talk to. But the reason I want to talk about this is I just saw something on the YouTube about a dude that was talking about what people perceive to be the truth. And they can have, and the experiment was, they put words that were gibberish in a paper. They put one word one time, another word 2 times, another word 10 times, another word 20 times. And they did it at 2 different colleges, the same gibberish words. And when they went back, they were like, hey, which one of the, I'm going to show you a series of words. Which one of these are positive and which one of these are negative? And the words were gibberish. The words didn't mean anything. But the more that you were exposed to a word, the more favorable you got to think about that word. And it creates an illusion in your head that how you see things, the number of times that you see things, and how many times it's repeated has an effect on whether you think something is true or not. So that means that every single time that somebody says that global warming is a thing, the more times that you can get more people to say it, the more people believe it to be true. And when you go, hey, the world's gonna end in 12 years, the more times you say that, the more times it's repeated. And that's what TikTok does. TikTok repeats a phrase over and over and over and over. And then if you get a good soundbite on TikTok, everybody will do a dance to it. And then you get everybody else doing a dance to it. And then it'll go on to Instagram. And then it'll go on to Facebook. And it'll go on. And then people are repeating the same shit over and over and over and over. But nobody does the research. So people are stupid and we're making each other dumber. the whole thing about Roe v. Wade at Supreme Court and that getting released, and everybody going, oh, every single woman in the country is going to lose her right to have an abortion. Some people go, hey, that's a good thing. But nobody asked them. Nobody asked those women that don't believe in that. Everybody's like, oh, it's a woman's choice. If you say that enough times, if you say this since the 1960s through 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, 2020s, 2010s, now all of a sudden, people get it in their head and then they teach that to their children. But they don't go with the moral story and they don't go with the, hey, what is the tragic side of abortion? They all just go, hey, look here, free love, bang whoever you want. And if you don't want the baby, you can get rid of it because it's your right. They don't talk about the morals of stuff. So all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of people that are out there going, oh, I don't have to think about this shit. I just have to go out and just believe that abortion is a fundamental right in the way that I have. I don't believe that aborting a baby is a fundamental right. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not believe that healthcare is a fundamental right. Here's the reason why. I got a kid that's in med school. Oh, by the way, that's why I'm wearing an OSU shirt. I'm wearing OSU because my child is in her last week of her first year of med school. That's right. We're going to party each other on Friday night. Say congratulations to her. But here's the simple fact of the matter is, she's a doctor. Or she's not a doctor. She's going to be a doctor. I have a doctor. It is not my right to look at my doctor and say, you will provide me with health care. I'm telling you right now. That's the thing about abortion. Abortion involves another person, by the way. It's called a baby, a zygote, sperm cell, egg cell getting together, burying itself in the uterine wall, getting a little sac, looking like a little human, heart starts, brain starts, eye start. Here you go, kick, kick, kick. Baby pops out 12 months. When that process takes place, when at the very beginning stages of life, the body decides whether it's going to keep it, reject it, it's going to be good to go. 4 out of 5 babies make it after they get to that stage. It's a natural process. Simple fact of the matter is that it's not a right. Like healthcare is not a right. Driving on the street is not a right. Those are things that are in our world. They're in our world, but everybody has to decide whether their kid is ready to drive or not. And if your kid's not ready to drive, you shouldn't let your kid drive. Then when the kid turns 18, if the kid can pass the test, and if the kid can pass the driving portion of the test and the eyesight test and all the other things that is necessary in order to get a license, then you can give a kid a license. But you can't force somebody to do something against their will. You can't look at a doctor and go, you will provide me health care. Damn. You can't do that. So it's not a right. You also cannot take rights that infringe on other people. And it just infuriates me how people are thinking about this stuff because it's not smart. It's not well thought out. You're not considering everything. And I don't mean to be on a rant right now, but what I wrote on my notes is, this goes out to so many people. Do you even know you're wrong? This goes out to so many people. Do you even know you're wrong? Do you even think you're wrong? I'm going to tell you the people I'm talking to. The people that believe in socialism. You are not well thought out. You have not thought about socialism. You have thought about the implications. Do you really think that in a socialist society, anybody's going to give you a vote? You think you're going to get a vote? You're going to think you're going to get a say? You think you don't have a say right now in the United States? You have a say. 750,000 people, every 750,000 people in the United States of America gets one representative. In Arkansas, we have 4 of them. Mine is a guy named Rick. I can go to Rick's office. I can go to Rick's office in D.C. I can call Rick. I can leave a message for Rick. I can talk to his staff. I can send him an email. I can send them a note and I can say, hey, dude, this is the way that I feel. And if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm not going to vote for you. So, Rick Crawford, I'm telling you right now, you have not done what I wanted you to do. So, I'm not going to vote for you, Rick Crawford. I'm going to go with Operation535.com. I'm voting for anybody except Rick Crawford. Anybody except Rick Crawford is who I'm going to vote for. And I'm not voting for Bozeman either. Bozeman's a bozo. And I'm not going to vote for him either. You want to know why he's running? He's running so he can win, because he's going to probably win because he's got name recognition. So the next governor of the state can appoint his follow-on, his successor. And I think that that's dirty pool. I think you need to let the people decide who the next senator of the state is going to be and get the hell out of the way. And I'm disappointed in Tom Cotton too, because Tom Cotton is endorsing John Bozeman in the state of Arkansas. And here's what the deal is. Tom Cotton, you're a disappointment to me. You want to know why? Because you know that John Bozeman and whoever Huckabee, you know that if she becomes the governor of the state, she's going to appoint the next one, and you want to say in that, and that's a political game, and it's bullshit. So I'm not going to vote for you either. I'll vote for anybody except Tom Cotton, John Bozeman, and that guy that I just said, Crawford. Not voting for any of them. Making the announcement. Jan Morgan, you have my vote. Telling you right now, Jan Morgan for Senate in the great state of Arkansas. Doc Washburn, right now you have earned my vote as the next governor of the great state of Arkansas. And I will put you on this show. You just tell me when you want to come on. I'll put you on the show and we'll spread it to all my 1,000 friends in Arkansas. All right. So this goes out to so many people. Do you even know you're wrong? Socialism. You don't get a vote in socialism. You want to know why? Because socialism doesn't work that way. Everybody puts into the system. Then somebody has to decide how those goods and how all those products are going to get distributed. And if you're in the short end of the stick, that means you don't get the same as everybody else. You are just one of the masses. There's no way to climb the ladder. You are just a peon. Socialism doesn't work because people don't work. There are so many broken people in this world. There are so many people that are egotistical, narcissistic maniacs that are in our political system that they are just jerks. They treat us like crap. And we don't have to take this stuff anymore. I'm telling you, absolutely horrible. What about communism? All of you people that say Che Guevara is a hero. He's a murdering son of a bitch, and I'm glad that he died. And here's what the thing is. Don't be trying any of that communism bullshit with me, because I will fight back. Just saying. I've been in the military before. I will fight back. Here's what the deal is. Do not oppress me. Next thing on the list, fascism. People are so stupid, they don't even know what fascism is. And Antifa, in particular, I'll call Antifa out. Come and see me, Antifa. Protest in front of my house. That's fine. Here's what the deal is. Castle doctrine. Just want to let you know. Here's what the deal is. Anti-fascist Antifa has no idea what fascism is. And that is so freaking disturbing that they're not on the way of being so pro-democratic. They're like, shut this down, shut this down. Vote, you dumbasses. Just vote. Vote. That stops fascism. Donald Trump's a fascist. Well, awesome. Donald Trump has been voted out. Biden's a fascist. Oh my God, vote him out too. Here's what the thing is. If you vote people in that believe in your political point of view, and you only believe that they should make the political decisions because they believe in your political point of view, and you want to keep them in power because it's your political view, when the next person comes in that doesn't have your political view, they will do the same thing to you. We have to protect our democracy. We have to respect and secure our republic. We have to stop our infighting and understand that we live in the greatest system in the world. This isn't hard. We should have free and fair elections that should be secure beyond all doubt. One person, one vote. Count it up, and whoever wins, wins. But you better make damn sure that they are secure, because in my notes, and I'm going to talk about this on the next show, maybe, I don't know, we'll see, about securing our elections. I'm telling you right now, our elections are not secure. I'm going to tell you that. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I saw somebody that was testifying in front of Congress and said, well, they're kind of secure, but social media is manipulating the minds of our people by only showing them select things that they want them to see. So when they want something to be seen as more favorable, they skew more favorable things like get rid of oil, go all electric, the world's going to end in 12 years. Republicans are horrible, fascist, white supremacist groups that want to kill women and babies. Literally, this dude 3 years ago, he was a professor, and he goes, I've done all the research. I can even tell you the numbers. Here's what the deal is. Democrats going to win. He knew. He knew before the election that whoever the Democrat nominee was going to beat Donald Trump. He knew it. And I believed him. I will find that tape. Thursby, turn something. I got to write that down. Turn something. Turn. Oh, professor. All right. It's coming back to me. I'll have that name and I'll get that videotape for you. All right. Identity politics. Here's what we should teach our children about identity politics to make sure that they're not being bullshitted about this. Everybody's equal. All they have to do is look around their room and just go, hey, we are deciding that we are all equal. I will help you. You help me. You run your life. I run my life. We're going to go our separate ways after high school is done. Good luck to you. Good luck to me. We're all got to make it out there. You want to know why? Because the simple fact of the matter is the population of the world, there are 7,946,181,348 people in the world. None of them are equal. I would like to repeat this. Nobody's equal. Of the 7,946,000,000 people on the planet, none of them are equal. None of them. None of them are equal. Nobody's like Mickey Spillane. Nobody lives where I live. Nobody was raised like I was raised. I am not in China. I'm not in sub-Saharan Africa. I'm not in Australia. I'm not anywhere else except right here. I was raised by two parents. Sometimes we had a little bit of money. Sometimes we didn't. I had 5 brothers and sisters. I had no money after high school. I went to Massachusetts. I tried to make a living up there, but I had to bring my grandpa back. I lost my job. I got in the United States military. I earned my way through this world, just like the other 7,946,000,000 people. Some people are in the suburbs. Some people are in the inner city. Some people have wealthy parents. Some people have dirt poor parents. Some people are born without food. Some people are born black. Some people are born in a family. Some people are born brown. Don't tell me that anything in this world is equal or fair, because that's a bullshit argument. It is not true. So when you look at somebody in a kindergarten classroom, a 5th grade classroom, an 11th grade classroom, and you go, we all are equal. It's equity for everybody. It's not equity for anybody. There's no such thing as equity. There's not a single human being on the planet that can comprehend with a single mind how you take the production of the world and divide it equally so everybody gets the exact same shake. It ain't happening. And not to mention how many lazy motherfuckers are out there. Holy smokes, are there lazy people. There are ingenious people. There are lazy people. There are dumb people. There are highly motivated people. There are dumb, motivated people that get lucky and make it. And there's other people that are just absolutely brilliant and lazy that don't have shit. And then you go, well, what about slavery? What about slavery? Slavery went on for 40,000 years. Yes, America stopped it about almost 150 years ago. Yes, it's a stain on the world. It's a stain on Europe. It's a stain on Africa. It's a stain on South America. It's a stain on Central America. It's a stain on the Caribbean. It's a stain on the United States of America. It's a stain everywhere. But right now, we're doing the best we possibly can to get rid of it worldwide. And it has not been a thing in the United States since 1860s. I can't help where people stop or where people start in this life. All I know is I can treat every human being I can possibly treat with respect. And if I do that and everybody else does that, that's what we should be teaching our children. To respect each other, to not take how someone looks, how they were raised, what their hair looks like, where they're from, what religion they are, what economic background they have, what skin color they have, how old they are, how heavy they are, how not heavy they are. None of that should matter. We should respect people for being people. And then we should let the decision be on them for how they want to proceed in the world that is worth trillions and trillions of dollars and has 9,946,000,000 people in it. I'm over my time. All right. I'm not going to talk about people don't understand the Supreme Court and what the Supreme Court's purpose is. I'm not going to talk about how stupid people are about how they feel about the Senate or about states' rights or about the filibuster or about social media. Not going to do that. I am tired of yelling at you now, and I apologize. I'm so sorry. Oh, my goodness. Last time. Darla Stewart Bennett says, famous movie, book Soylent Green about famine. Oh, I got to read that. Oh, thank you very much, Darla. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to throw this on this. I'm going to throw this on the screen. This comes from Darla Stewart Bennett. So do me a favor, look up the movie or look up the book. Soylent Green. It's about famine. Listen to me. We do not want famine in this country. I'm telling you right now, we do not want famine in this country. We do not want famine in the world. We need to take care of this stuff. And then Mark says the administration wants everybody to believe it is working for the average American citizen. They are not. I 100% agree with you, Mark. That is true. And then Mark said, didn't Pelosi say, if you tell a lie and get the media to report on it, then the lie becomes the truth? So she said something very, very similar to that about the way that they run a cycle in order to get their message out. And sometimes that changed from a truth to a not truth. But if the media picks it up, it's close enough for them, which is absolutely horrible. And then Darla Stewart Bennett says, I like Jan Morgan. 2,000 Mules is on my list of things to watch. Thank you very much for the link there, Don. Greatly appreciate that. However, all right, so this is the last thing I'm going to cover tonight. And I'm going to do this because this is kind of important to me. So I'm going to do this real quick. Also going to grab something. All right, so here we go. Disney copyrights targeted by bill proposed by Josh Hawley. All right. All right, I'm going to talk about this really, really quick. All right. Somebody, you guys all remember a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to do this. What the heck? All right. So a couple of weeks ago, Disney pushed back against the parent consent or parent notification bill and no talk about sex to kids from the kindergarten through third grade. And then Disney had a huge pushback on the government, and the government turned around and retaliated against them by saying, hey, wait a minute, we just noticed that you have these tax advantages, tax breaks, and you have your own little city over there in your own little world in the middle of Florida. So we're going to take that and we're going to revoke it. Because here's what the deal is. If you're not going to keep your mouth shut about stuff, we're going to retaliate about this. Well, as a follow-on to that, I don't know whether you know this, but we have copyright laws in the United States of America. Because we have copyright laws in the United States of America, Mickey Mouse has been copywritten for really, really, really long time. Now, here's the thing. Disney's under siege by Republican lawmakers and may immediately lose its copyright for Mickey Mouse if a law slashing the duration of ownership is passed. Here's the thing. The original legislation limits copyright protection to 56 years. Why is that important? Well, this right here is my copyright. This is my copyright for my album. What's the Price of Freedom? And it says it right up there. It says, what's the price of freedom? It says a copyright officer, certificate of registration, SR form, the whole 9 yards. Yes, I have a copyright. I also have another copyright on a book. I don't have it here with me, but I got a copyright on a book called Shit You Don't Know. Stuff You Don't Know About Leadership Until It Bites You in the Butt. The original working title was Shit You Don't Know About Leadership Until It Bites You in the Ass, but my wife made me change the titles to make it more consumer friendly. So I wrote the book. I got an album. I've got a bunch of other stuff. But that's intellectual property. That belongs to Walt Disney. Walt Disney came up with Steamboat Willie. And here's why that is important. Because when Walt Disney dies, his family then gets that. And that is good for 56 years. But what happened and why is this so important now? Because Disney went in as a powerful thing and they legislatively lobbied to get the copyright extended under certain circumstances just for them. So they took it from 56 years up to 75 years, and then they took it from 75 years up to 99 years. And here's what the problem with that is. They are doing this as a political organization to benefit their business. Now, politicians are using that to retaliate against people that have lobbied Congress and have gotten a law passed to extend the copyright up to 99 years. Why do I care? I will tell you why I care. Because in copyright law, a trademark, a patent, that needs to apply to everybody fairly across the board. You don't need to be carving out anything special. I can't go lobby Congress for billions and millions of dollars. My next door neighbors, the pharmacist down the street, the Sonic owner, the person that digs ditches, the person that pumps gas. We don't have access to the halls of Congress. We can talk to our local representative, but they're not going to listen to us because we don't have the millions of dollars to keep the campaigns afloat. So when Congress writes a law that says, oh, thank you very much, Disney, greatly appreciate it. We're going to go 56 years to 75 years, 75 years to 99. That's blatantly unfair. It's bullshit. That law's not written for everybody. And when Josh Hawley comes back later and says, hey, I don't like the way that you're doing because Disney is being all lippy and stuff, Josh Hawley shouldn't be saying, hey, this should apply to one company. Listen, when you write a law that needs to apply to all of us, when I read that and copyright was set to expire in 1984, Disney lobbied to reform and secure the passage of the Copyright Act of 76. This allowed ownership of works by corporations for 75 years. So this allowed ownership of works by corporations to 75 years. In 1998, Disney was again able to delay the entry of Mickey Mouse into the public domain with the adoption of the Copyright Term Extension Act of 1996. The law extends the protection of copyrights by corporations for 95 years from their original publication, pushing the expiration of Disney copyright for Steamboat Willie to 2024. Corporations. What about the individual? See, I wrote the album. I wrote the book. Where's my book? I got a copy of my book around here somewhere. Oh. Stuff you don't know about leadership will bite you in the butt. Here's the thing. You got to write laws and need to not be influenced by all these other political things. And this is one of the things that pisses me off is Mickey in the middle, because this is not a left thing. It's not a right thing. It's not a religious thing. It's not a secular thing. It's not a race thing. The laws need to be written for every single one of us 100% of the time. There shouldn't be any of this back and forth bullshit. The federal government has its statutes. They're clearly in the domain of the Constitution of the United States of America and federal statute. Then the states have their laws. That way, the people of each state can vote on those laws. But this bullshit by politicians and the game the corporations play need to be applied to all of us. And if you're going to say that a patent is going to expire or a corporate copyright is going to expire for me after 56 years, damn straight, Mickey Mouse and Disney should not get 99 years. There you go. So I'm making the announcement now. I'm not going to be here on Friday night. I'm going to be down in Arlington, Texas, on my way to a baseball game with my cousin and my other cousin and my other cousin's husband, and then my sister and my other sister and my brother and my other sister and my niece and my other niece and my other sister. And yeah, we're going down to Texas. We're going to have a great time. So I'm not going to be here on Friday night. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be here on Monday. I'm going to plan on being here on Monday. Not here, but I'll be somewhere coming at you live for Monday. You guys have a fantastic tomorrow. Thank you very much for tuning in. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. That is my rant for the night. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for hey, Eric, how you doing, man? Great to have you here. Darla says it's an awesome movie. All right, so I'm going to throw that up there one more time. I can't find it in the. Sorry, too many comments. So anyway, you guys have a great night. Remember, Mickey. Remember to like, share, hit the notification bell. Tell all your friends about it. Thank you very much for the comments. Mickey in the middle, 9 p.m. Central, right here, Monday through Friday, right here wherever I am, right there wherever you are. You guys have a fantastic night. Remember, I absolutely love you. And finally, without further ado, good night, small one. I love you. See ya.